So this is my reef tank. It is a 40 breeder, and I'm about to change out this old crushed coral with some Fiji Pink, with 50 pounds of Fiji Pink. So you can see this crushed coral has a bunch of bryopsis looking stuff in it. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it's all over the rocks. This stuff is super slow growing, so I haven't really paid too much attention to it, but it's gotten to the point where I think that the crushed coral is holding too much nutrients in it. I'm not doing enough maintenance on it, so I'm just going to replace it with sand. I'm about to take everything out of this tank, put sand in that I rinsed with RODI water, and then put everything back in the tank. Not necessarily in the same place, we'll have to see. Here's a quick shot of the other side of the tank. You can tell that, well, there's Kato on the top left there, but you can tell that the green algae is really grown in on here. And when you try to pull this stuff off, it's rooted into the rock, and it actually, you basically have to pull the rock out to remove it. It's easy to pull the gravel pieces out, but it is just taken over. Okay, nearly empty tank now. Gotta get that damn slot still. Gotta get the gravel. Everything's kind of organized. The coral bucket that's on rock, live rock bucket, softy and algae. Here's a bunch of the corals. And then that frag rack went into the 90. Okay, now we got an empty tank. Kind of wishing I had a little more forethought behind this project, even though it's been a few months in the making. I wish I took this opportunity to drill the tank, and I also would have I would have added a brace in. I forgot to add a brace in under the right side of the tank here, a 2x4 across, so you can see that it has become imbalanced. Really no problems with it being like that besides the tank not being flat. I would be more worried if it was a larger tank, but since it's not that big of a tank, not that much weight, shouldn't be a problem. Just pour the sand in and spread it out now. And yeah, I'll let the water do most of the flattening of this as it comes in. I am gonna make sure that the water doesn't directly hit this sand and mix up a bunch of the silt in it. I triple rinsed this though with RO, and it was getting pretty clear, so there shouldn't be too much silt. It should, hopefully the tank will be relatively clear by tomorrow. Okay, so the tank is filling now. I'm just using this dust pan to help it from help the sand from not getting too mixed up. I use the dust pan to also take all of the gravel out of the tank. It's a really good tool for that. So I'm just going to fill this tank up, put all the coral back in, put some biospira in, and let this baby wait overnight. See what it's like tomorrow. Probably do water changes for the next few days as long as it looks like it needs it. Got everything back inside, and now it's a waiting game until I can actually see inside. I got to scape the tank a little bit, but not nearly as much as I will once I can see what I'm doing. So I just put the corals in safe places. Hopefully everybody does okay. There is always the chance that we could have some catastrophic loss, but that was a chance I was willing to take when I started this. My backup plan is just to do a bunch of water changes if anything starts to look like it's going downhill. Okay, and it is the next day. You can see the tank cleaned up pretty well. I'm very happy that this toadstool is open, usually a good indicator of water quality. This little gorg over there is open as well, so yeah, everybody seems pretty happy. The one thing that I do plan to do, I kind of want to make this into a kind of a peninsula scape on the right as it is, and then have more open space on the left side of the tank just for coral and yeah, just open fish swimming space, even though I only have this one damsel in here. So what I'm gonna do is move this rock with the anemone and Sophastria on it up to this area, and then I'm just gonna move that rock over there. Yeah, we'll have a nice open area here. I am gonna leave this GSP rock out in the desert, as it will be. Yeah, tank cleaned up. And here's how the tank turned out. I ended up moving the green rock flower rock up to the top right, you can see, and put a good 10 head frog spawn colony on the left. Really like this guy. It filled the empty space well that was there. After I'd moved that rock flower rock away, there was too much empty space on the left side of the tank and it kind of looked barren. If I had more fish, I think it would have filled in the space better, but it was just too empty, and this frog spawn really fills it well. Maybe I'll actually get a couple clownfish for it. I think they'd like it. Here is the front of the tank. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out as well. It's a little bit different of a shape than you normally see. People have been getting away from walls lately, I feel like, but in a peninsula tank, not touching any glass, I think it totally can still work. And I'm just gonna give you guys a few shots of coral now before we close this video out. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I have ideas for videos on all of my tanks. There's 5 tanks here. So yeah, I'm excited to share what's going on here with you guys. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more. Have a good one.